Very nice to welcome you here. What a lovely day it's been here. Well, most of it, until a bit later on this evening when we had almighty thunderstorms, and there isn't anything quite like it. Anyway, but tonight we've got a very interesting night, and I'm sure you'll find it's something out there that's going to be quite interesting indeed. Well, this is what we'd like you to do during the show, is to share the show, like it. If you've never been on the show before, never seen us here, I'll tell you all about it as we start to go live. But first of all though, let's have a bit of intro music. So, welcome back. So, during the show today, this is what we like to do. Just share, just like it. If you've never been on a show like this before, then hopefully you'll enjoy this one. It should be quite extraordinary, to say the least. Anyway, but guys, this is what we'd like you to do. Okay, so just so you know, we had a photograph sent in today, and it's by Sarah. Sarah's one of the people who wants a reading tonight. So she sent a photograph just to show it does actually rain in Spain. There it is. See that there? There's even a rainbow. So everybody there, you've got to make wishes, nice things like that, and you never know, things may come true. How's that? Good. Now, what we've got to tell you here, loads going on tonight. We've got a rock night. Now, good, very, very damn fine chap from America. He's waiting in the background. He's waiting backstage to come on the show. He's ready acoustically. He's got his effects. He's got everything there. He's got his background. And there you go. All right. Sally Mardell says on the correct page now. Well, that's wonderful. Hello, everyone. Denise Miller from England says, good evening. Sabres Helen Grady. And there's Sabres, Sarah says, hello, Deborah and Phil. And a very good evening from the wonderful producer. And a big round of applause to you all, just to say hello. And for all you lovely people who are joining us from America this evening, because Kris is live on the show and he's brought his comrades with him, and they're probably coming on very shortly. And this is just a little hoot to you guys over there. See, Americans there need a bit of a hoot. Now, it's interesting, actually, because from America here, we think of it as being... well, it is. It's a fantastic place. It's a big place, one of the biggest countries in the world. But they were actually experiencing face masks. They actually talk about face masks themselves earlier on in their times. I mean, a Lone Ranger, for example, couldn't quite get this right. Yeah, so he got it right there. I mean, look at that there. I mean, no, it needs to be down here, buddy. It needs to be down here. And covering himself there, but these guys got it right. And maybe this is a fashion thing that this is coming back in now from cowboy times. Yeah, see, it's fashion. Now you've got to go around with hats, boots, and don't know about the gun bit, but yeah, there you go. Here we go. So I think it's about time I brought on my very special guest. And even on YouTube here, YouTube comes in. Hello, Chitty. Chitty wants to come in and say hello as well. Very, very, very nice even to see you. And she's also on Facebook as well. Technology nowadays is just crazy, isn't it? You do so much. So I'm going to play a little clip to you. And we're going to go right up there into the stars, into the skies. And we're going to talk Star Wars. You're thinking, what's this all about? Well, Yoda, you know Yoda from Star Wars? Well, Baby Yoda here likes Kris's music. He's coming on in just a second, but he loves his music. And this is what went on in Star Wars. There we go. Without further ado, I think it's about time of what my good friend Kris, he's got some explaining to do with Yoda here, I think. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. Big round of applause. Big welcome to Kris, all the way from America, and good evening to you. And it's normally me who does the jokes. Good evening. You scary man. You damn scary man. Now try talking.
I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right. You sound like you're doing all right. Hang on. I think you need one of these on. Yeah, I think you need one of those on, buddy.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening.
It doesn't quite allow me to talk with it.
Yes, I'd love to hear you sing with those in. That'd be fun.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, right. We've got loads of people coming in here. For America, we've got Chitty coming in, say hello. We got Sally coming in. And Sarah says Yoda is one of my favourites. What about Kris now? Is he one of your favourites? I hope so. Hope this is challenging you and changing you there. Yeah. So we are coming up to 10 minutes past 9 in the evening. What time is that over there with you guys?
Well, over here in the States, it's a little after 3, at least on the East Coast.
Okay, very nice too. So, like the cowboy hat, like the effective shirt there, that looks pretty neat to say the least. And yeah, great. So, Star Wars, what's this?
Well, George Lucas is a dear, good friend of mine. As you know from my time out in California. And when they were looking for music for the show, they came across my song and they thought it'd be a perfect fit. So launched me into the stratosphere. Here I am now in the cafe having a nice cup. I'm following the. I even went up to the counter.
That's it. You've got to have.
The counter, like they
look at this.
Nice.
USA.
Nice green drinks up at the front.
Free drinks on the front. Marvelous.
No, actually, so. My songs now, I've been loading them up to getting them on Spotify, Apple, iTunes. You'll be able to find them up there. And the distributor had these nice little quick memes where you can select one of your songs, and they had these templates to put it to. And all of a sudden, you have these little nice, cute little marketing videos. And so Yoda, it just seemed fitting,
George Lucas, eat your heart out. I think he's probably going to appear in the next Star Wars anyway, with Baby Yoda and the daughter of Yoda and sister of Yoda and all this sort of stuff here. So that'd be nice. Okay, so we go back to because I first met you there over in New York, and that was in 2006. I think we go back as far as then, don't we? Yeah. Yeah,
like a sticky booger. I've been trying to get rid of you ever since, but
no way, buddy. That ain't happening. I keep looking in my crystal ball and says, no, he's still here. He's still here. I think it's the reverse, buddy. It's the reverse.
No, it's been great. Actually, you and I started. We randomly met at that New Life Expo in New York City, and I had friends, Ariel and Ashera. Hopefully, we'll get this out to them so they can watch us here. We're running a booth for Interlight, still great product line, no longer in existence, unfortunately. But I was there, and I kept passing by Phil's booth going, I don't know. And there was just something that kept drawing me in. And finally, we sat down, and then I went back to Ariel and Sharon. I was like, you guys got to go check this guy out. This guy's got some serious talent here. And then they went over, and then next thing you know, you came over to the States, stayed with them for a while. I came up to New York City and took your workshop.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Stayed in touch, and then in 2015, I was over for a friend's wedding, and we got to actually have a beer at the local pub.
Yeah, we shared it with 2 straws because times then were expensive. Yeah, those were days. Those were days. So your spiritual journey itself here, because even when I started to read for you back in those days, 2006, and coming up today, there's always been an interest on your part there with spirituality and psychics or healing or music and healing, anything like this. What is it that you sense? Is it something you hear, you see, you sense? What is it with you?
Well, most of the time, that's it's a great question that you bring up. I've always kind of felt like tapped into something, I guess you could say, and my life's kind of taken a different path from, say, like my family upbringing, that kind of thing, which kind of led me to New York City, which led me to meet you. Now, I wouldn't say that I'd have any kind of gift like what you have, um, but I'd say recently something's awakening, and it actually came through doing a specific type of meditation and just quieting the mind. But I think also it's more of it's probably something we all have. I don't know how you'd feel about this, but it's just having faith that it's there
Okay.
and actually trusting that it's there. And so the path that I've been on most recently is just actually listening to that gut intuition. That's something actually my mom and I, we share a lot about this type of thing, premonition, dreams, um, all things bump in the night kind of thing. And yeah, what I'd say is that she's always told me, always go by your gut instinct. And I know that's a big thing that you talked about at the end of December. That now that we're heading into this new phase, especially into this new phase with technology just blowing up and all kinds of information out there to support any kind of angle that you can possibly look at. Um, Good friend of mine, Jose, and I talked about it. He's a biblical scholar, and we just kind of liken it to the kind of biblical Tower of Babel, where God confused the language and scattered the people.
Yeah.
And it seems like now, where we've all gotten so acclimated to relying on outside sources for what we call the truth, now it's like you can back up anything you want. Now it's almost this phase. I know you and I talked about this phase where we're having to go within to actually be the determiner of what truth is going to be going inside. And I think we're in a fantastic um, period of time
Yeah,
that
I
we're
think we
going into.
are.
Despite,
And
all the everything that's going on, I just
yeah,
think we're in a fantastic time, depending on how we choose to look at it, which is why I really support what you're doing, because you're kind of guiding people towards.
either I'm guiding them or annoying them, probably one of the two. Anyway, so Marizuka says, me and my son are the same, and he is also a musician. So Marizuka, I know that she's been having readings on the show before, and she's got quite a strong spiritual gift there too. So it's interesting, Marizuka, that your son is a musician too. Is he into this idea as well about spirituality, music, and opening up this year especially here to Feel from the Gut? Because very much so, people are now talking about here that. No longer are we going out there to go the extra mile to earn the extra dime, to go and work that extra to go and flog yourself stupid. More people now that actually will come back into it is nothing to do with uh, it's nothing to do with the fact here about money and stuff. It's more about people wanting to enjoy their lives. Sit back and just feel, I want to come from a different place, rather than feeling we've got to be in this power head inside here. We now actually want to resonate for our hearts. And one of the greatest ways to do it is to have music. Why not? Why not? Loving music. So, you played in a band. You played in a band back in 2007, which was the metal stuff. That fantastic music. And but now you've changed your style quite a lot, Kris. What are you doing now? What's your style?
Pretty much singer-songwriter style. Um, you bring up that metal past, and that was kind of a wish fulfillment, is the way I'd kind of put that. And we talked about that in the past, where I grew up in the era where I loved the Stone Temple Pilot and the Pearl Jam, and I loved the Alice in Chains, and I always dreamt that I wanted to be that front man on stage doing that.
Okay.
And then that opportunity came, and it was great. And we had talked about even that clip that we had used for the intro, or the promo in the past week and a half. Um, what I loved about that unit that we were part of, My Heavy Memory was the name of the band. Um, we all collected around this idea that these certain things were happening in society, and
Yeah.
what we call the conspiracy theorists, right? Um, and now you see with that video, that was done in 2009, 2010, that video. And then you see now these things that are happening. out in the world. We also had another one called Storyline about news and TV. And it was a great thing, but I just kind of felt um, that it wasn't really authentic in terms of what really drove me. So I've always been really central about the acoustic guitar. Everything kind of
Okay.
revolves around the acoustic guitar, a lot more rhythm rather than finger picking and articulation or solo work. It's been very rhythmic. But through it all, and I attribute this to having my own house for about the past 3 years where I was able to be as loud as I want. You know, the neighbors on the right were like, "Oh, we can't hear. We're in our 80s and 90s. Don't worry about that." And then the house to the left of me was actually Huey Lewis and the News old business
Oh, I love
location
that.
that they
I
sold.
remember all that. Yeah.
And then the neighbors behind me, they were really good friends of mine, Reb and Joanne, and he was a musician too. He hung out with all of
Mm.
the that Seattle or the not the Seattle the San Francisco acid days. You know, that whole music scene around there. He was fully immersed in, and so he was like, "Hey, have at it." And then that's what allowed me to kind of develop more of my vocals because I didn't have to worry about people below me or people above me, and I just let it go full on, V12 vocally, and that's a
Good.
engine reference, but yeah, and then so that's pretty much it. I'd say soulful um, vocals and acoustic guitars.
So I'm
A little
trying
bit
to
of
work
percussion.
out. I'm trying to work out who you sound like or what your style is, and not really sure. Not really sure. I can't really pin it down to someone. And okay,
I
but what,
sound I sound like me.
you sound like me. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
look no further.
Idea. Yes, I know what you mean by the neighbours. I mean, I couldn't believe I had my neighbours coming to knock on my door at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's ridiculous. Luckily,
Mm.
I was still up playing my drums. Otherwise, that'd have been awful. Anyway,
Well, most of my experience was living in these places where I didn't have to own my own stereo. I could just listen to my neighbors.
that's
It was
cool. That's called house music, or yes, yes.
great.
Yeah, house music. Anyway, I think it's about time. Are you going to give us a song? Are you going to give us a song and tell us what it is and tell us what it's about?
Yeah, it's actually a song that's come up recently. I think a lot of people in the group here might appreciate a term called "Dark Night of the Soul," or just these
Yes.
kind of forging the storm that we go through in life. But at the end of that, you come out to the sunny other side of things, and it's just that feeling, that you endured, you made it to the other side. It's still a work in progress, but it's called "Here I Stand."
Here I stand. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this
Yeah.
is Kris singing "Here I Stand." Thank you very much. Let's give you a look.
There ain't no easy way out from the storm. There ain't no easy way out of this place that I know, 'cause I've been here before, trapped in that storm. I spent 5 long years drenched in blood, sweat, and tears. It felt like I was running on empty. It took all of my faith, didn't know any other place, and I didn't think then I'd ever live to see this day. Yet here I stand, and them storm clouds that passed me by. Here I stand. Never felt so good to step out in the sun. I was running around trying to figure out how to get out from under that cloud. And then I tell myself there's nobody else that can help you out of this hand that you've dealt. Well, it's never too late to change your fate. Step out of that rain. 'Cause you spent 5 long years drenched in all of your fears, and a beer at the bar your only remedy. It took all of your faith to step out of that place, and you never thought then that you'd live to see this day. Yet here you stand, and that storm clouds have passed you by. Here you'll stand. Never felt so good, step out in the sun. Where you thought it was done, that sad song will be sung. Then those clouds clear, one by one. Here I stand. Here I stand. Never felt so good, step out in the sun.
That was just.
Stop.
Okay, all right. Let's do another one. There, he got 2 rounds of applause. Oh my God! Oh my word! That was amazing. That was amazing, and everybody here is just saying, like, for instance, Sally Mardell says, "Soul tingling." It's wonderful, wonderful, and I think you have a fantastic voice. And trying to put you into the category where you are. Your guitar music is unique. It's just nice. It's just flowy, and but the power and emotion in your voice. I think here, if we just if we could talk like that with such power and such emotion, it is just amazing. Yeah, Chitty says next level, next level. Sarah says amazing, and so it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. For those joining us across the pond, very good evening to you from the USA. My name is Phil Griggs. This is Cafe Clairvoyance. This is a live spiritual show that goes out on 3 times a week. This is the Tuesday show. We always have a regular or special guest on. Tonight it's a very special guest with Kris. And those who know Kris just know what a wonderful character he is. And those who never met him, well, we're experiencing this right now. So that's wonderful. And also, just to add into the flavour of tonight, we're also going to talk a little bit more about spirituality. Then we're going to have a look at readings. Yes, you guys here who have already written in some readings and would like to have a song and a reading, by all means do. We're going to mix that in tonight. And also, what we're going to do is we're going to... yes, we're going to have a little talk here. Now, this is interesting because you mentioned there about listening to the gut, listening to your gut, listening to that feeling there that's in there. Do you think here that's changed you?
I would say it's changing me, definitely. And, you know, you and Guillermo were talking about this probably about maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And you were mentioning this whole new phase of, you know, it's not about, you know, nose to the grindstone. It isn't about early bird gets the worm. It's not about grinding and toiling. It's about kind of dancing with life and allowing.
I'll dance with
you. Maybe
anytime. I'll do that. Anytime you like. You just let me know.
We have talked about the reach around before.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Is this PG-13 show?
Let's not go further than that. We're getting carried away.
Right. But yeah, I'm learning to, like I was mentioning before, I'm learning to trust more and not, you know, fall into the fear, and actually through that trust go and then wait for those moments where it's validated.
Yes.
And so it is definitely changing, and now that I have this awareness that this kind of phase is coming in, I'm kind of picking up on it more and more. And I'll tell you, one of the things that's changed even recently is I've been a big kind of planner. And, you know, I'd say, at the end of the month, this is what I want to have accomplished. And there's still kind of part of that that's there. But, you know, if I bring in something that one of my business mentors at one point in time said, that when you're setting goals, make them promises. Don't make it a goal. Make it a promise to yourself. But always at the end put, or even better.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you're thinking about, because even the way this month of June is shaping up, it's so much better than I could have ever imagined. I mean, just some of the things that you've seen with the video stuff, I didn't realize. And the thing is, like, one of the parts about it is just the ease with which it happens. And I remember telling you the other day, I said,
Yeah.
hey, it's like, I think I'd set aside 8 hours for this. And then I go on there and it's like, oh, 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So there's kind of like that part of it too.
Okay. Okay.
But it is definitely changing, but it's also more, allowing whoever I am at my core to step forward and feel like, yes, that's going to work too.
And that's you.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
And that's you. That is the Chrisness in you, or the Sarah-ness in you. Now, it's interesting, actually, because I was having a conversation with Sarah today. We had a chat, excuse me, and a little conversation on the phone. And also, I met her earlier on today, and she was actually saying that she's now listening to her gut feelings, and it's actually proving right. We're right here that sometimes we listen too much to what everybody else says, and then sometimes we've got to listen to our gut, and our gut is the barometer. If we really listen to it, we'll always tell you if you're going the right way or the wrong way. Even if it's the wrong way, for some reason, if it's the right way to do it. If that makes sense. Yeah. But that's good. Okay, right. We're coming on to hour, guys. I think it's about that time. I'm just going to listen to what's going on out there with the producer. Oh yes, that's your messages starting to come in. That's your yeah. There they are. They're starting to come in now. Thank you very much. In fact, the producer, she's moving now. There she goes. She's getting those messages back and forwards. So, guys, if you've got any questions out there that you would like to ask Kris for a little reading, I'm going to give a little bit of reading, but Kris is going to sing you a song. How's that? You couldn't have a far better evening. I mean, why sit down watching Crossroads? Crossroads, you say? That went over years ago. Never mind. There was an old soap that went on about 30, 40 years ago. But Coronation Street or EastEnders, why watch that? You can watch this. This is entertaining. It's real life stuff. We're talking from the heart. So, guys, you've got any questions there? Just fire them on in. We're going to work with as many as we can to go through the evening here, but Kris has already got some ideas too. Now, Sarah. So Sarah's there. She's actually come up here. She says, listen to gut feelings. And there's the producer. There she is, running. And let's do a little reading for Sarah. So, Sarah, she wanted to know. She wants to actually go for the color pink here. And what does the next few weeks hold for me? I think she feels a little bit uncertain about the next few weeks. So let's have a little tune in here. Now, I know you got some cards over there as well that you would like to work with as well there, Kris. And I've got my own over here too. So if we did your ones first here, what about that? Would that be all right? So we're thinking here. So first of all, where she's going, she's a little bit uncertain about where she's going. So we talk about pathways, roads, how are things going to turn out. We've got a little bit of uncertainty emotion-wise here, and where we're going. So just tuning in here. Let's have a little look. So major arcana-wise, what would you think there?
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second.
I'm working with the Mead Tarot, the Mead Staples Tarot deck.
The Mead Staples Tarot. It's like you sound like Elvis there. Just a minute ago. Hold on a minute. Hold on. The tarot card says, Sarah.
Okay. Well, just kind of off. Well, let's see here. Let's see what comes out here. Better days.
Better days. Okay. So we looked at better days. Okay.
It kind of has that, this might be something, I don't know if it would factor into it or not, but sort of like that Six of Cups energy of reminiscing about old times. Maybe it's more kind of aligned with a choice between something new versus something that might have been of the past and feels more comfortable. Okay. And the other thing might be a little bit more scary, but I don't know. That's kind of.
No. You're spot on there. I think that what we could look at here is looking at this particular situation you've got going on. Is I would say you're right there. There's two particular points here that she's got a life that's has in the past, a life to come in the future. Sometimes we always worry about the future because it's not here yet and wonder what it's going to be. But the Six of Cups is a nice energy card, and there's a nice energy card here to have here to to help the future transits do this. And sometimes it's emotion, it's intuition, it's just going. Let's just make friends with people in the future here and start to look forwards, not backwards. We're so used to driving in our car, going somewhere, but always looking in a rearview mirror. No one needs to look forward. So, okay, so if there was a song, there, Kris, which reminisces to the Six of Cups and where we're going here, what would you like to sing, Sarah? And I know Sarah's going to find this amazing, and I think she's going to feel this very touching. So, Sarah, this is for you.
So yeah, it's Better Days, and it's about how sometimes we can look in the past and feel like yesterday's were the better days, but it's kind of like how the mind can siphon out the gold nuggets of the past and make it feel that way. But really, the better days are going on all around us, and someday we'll look back on these days and go, "Oh, that was cool. That was going on at that point in time." So
okay.
All happened so fast. Never took the time to grasp the fact it wouldn't last, and how yesterday's turned into better days. But was it you who said, "Our best days are yet ahead, and then there's better yet"? You still haven't played your song. We wanna sing it all night long. And the girls that dance all night long. Nothing wrong with this day. Let's add another page to the book of better days. Like laughing on the front porch, drinking in the sunshine, and playing that record all night long. And here's the better days. You can run, but know the party's just begun, and we haven't danced our song. So sit back and relax and wait for this next track, 'cause I'm gonna play our song.
That was beautiful. That was, oh God, I'll tell you what, I can't get enough sound effects on here to say well done, but I think, Sarah, I think that would mean the world to you. And
hopefully that meant something to you, Sarah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. I know that Sarah would be very, very touched to have a song like that played for her. It's beautiful. And as I did Tarot here, the underlying feeling here, the Tarot here, is it's interesting we talk about gut feelings. And even Sarah, you're talking earlier on today about gut feelings, about how the future's going, what you've got to go and do. And a lot of it here is just like, well, it's assumption. Well, that could happen, and this could happen, and that can happen, and this can happen, which we're very good at, but assumption never tells the truth. It's always locked up in there. But the guiding light in you is the Hermit. And the Hermit here is just be in your heart, be in yourself, be your guiding light. So your way forwards this, Sarah, is to get you into a damn good place, feeling good about yourself, and then you're on your way. And hopefully that makes a little bit of sense to you. Yes, I'd imagine that digs. It actually was knowing you a little bit, Sarah. I would have thought that that would touch you there. So this really brought tears to my eyes. And you can always go back after the show and replay this because it's up on the video files there. Good. I say video files. That's old stuff now, isn't it? It's up there. It's in the cloud, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's been like
it's on the 8-track.
It's on the 8-track on the 45. Or was it the 78?
The 78, yeah. The Slate Records.
So Sarah, a big. Let's give you Sarah. Thank you very much. Now we're going to move on. We're going to go to Deanne, and Deanne is in New York. Good evening, Deanne. Leaving to you, Deanne, and I hope you're well. Let's give you a little hoot. And her question here is interesting. It's gone for colour green. When will she get a job? She's looking for a job. She really wants a job. Deanne in New York's looking for a job. And she actually sent in some photographs of New York. Now, I don't know if I've actually got them up on the screen here. If I have, great. But otherwise, I'll be showing them tomorrow. No, but she sent in some photographs. Don't get time to download those to put them up on the screen. But they'll be on the show tomorrow. Beautiful pictures of New York and Central Park. So, Deanne, let's have a look here. So, Deanne's a very nice lady, but she's very, very frustrated at the moment because she hasn't got a job and has been through this difficult period, which a lot of people are in a position now. And she's trying to find her way forwards. And she's her self-esteem is like in many areas of her life here. She feels that she's now got to come back to base. She's got to come back to herself, and that she's now got to restart life all over again, not just in her career, but everywhere. Everywhere in her life has got to restart again. And when I spoke to the other week, she was in a very quiet room, and it's almost like this was the little hiding place that she feels safe in. But though she gave me pictures of Central Park, she just says here, sometimes I just need to be in this little bit of space. So it's about her growing. This is about her growing. This is about her picking up her energy here and wanting to get out there, and let's see what happens. So Deanne and Kris, if we talk about starting something, a new journey in life, starting something new, where could we go? What card would you like to choose here, sir?
It's kind of between the third and the fifth dimension right now, which actually kind of makes a little bit of sense.
We're in the third to fifth dimension because that lost in your green screen. What we saw was a black.
Yeah,
was the image.
it's
Okay.
It's the strength card, and you know, at the end, one of the things that I dropped my instrument.
Okay.
Is I guess the one thing that if I could, what I would like to say is, if you actually take both hands and hold out to either side and put everything you don't have in this hand, and then everything you do have in this hand, and then if you're always looking at this hand, you're only seeing what you don't have versus what you do. And that was came from my Tony Robbins environment experience. But it's the more you can focus on your assets rather than what you don't have. If you're always focusing on this, you can only look at one thing at a time. And so if you choose to focus on your strengths and sit down and go, what are my unique values? What do I offer? And then spend more time there, you'll feel your own strength inside you. And then from there, it may just put you in the right mindset while the right opportunities come in.
Lovely. Great, go for it. Strength, fantastic, Dad. I hope you're resonating with this here. And yes, let's do a little song for you. Great, go for it.
All right, this one's called Iron Will. I've fallen down before. Every time I find a way to pick myself up, so I say, why wouldn't this time be the same? I say, even as I feel my will fading away, make a decision to turn this world around, 'cause with each passing storm, this iron will grow stronger yet. And even as the winds blow stronger every day, I'll rise above it all. Oh, oh, oh. can you feel it too? Oh, oh, rising inside of you. Oh, oh, fire inside of you. And your heart grows strong, yeah. Your heart grows stronger, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I tell you what, this is one of the most moving shows I've ever had the opportunity to host. Kris, and this is the first time I've actually, I know you sing, I haven't really heard everything you sing, but this is just incredible. And everyone out there is just sending hearts and everything like this. They may do their Tom Jones thing shortly. You never know. AI knickers fly.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady.
That's it, they're coming.
Talking about.
Wicked, awesome, that's hilarious. And everybody loves all this. Yeah, Sarah's loving it, Helen's loving it, and Deanne, thank you very, very much. Now, this is interesting. I think I'm just going to bob along here. Now, just for this, Deanne. Way forwards here. Talk. Get out there, start talking. The good news is here, you're going to strike it lucky, because you then have the Sun card here, which is about achievement, victory, luxury, and a feeling here like, whoa, taking you by surprise, bit of a fate action here if you take actions into your own hands and believe in your gut, go out there, start doing your thing, and I think you'll find this immense, absolutely immense. And no, good luck to you, and I think you'll find that where jobs are concerned, coming up over the next few weeks or so, even look at July. July could be an interesting time. Interesting timing. Right, okay, now we're gonna pop across the pond because I've been doing people in the UK and in Spain here, and now let's go to America and speak to a very nice lady called Chitty. Chitty, very nice lady. Now Kris knows Chitty, I know Chitty, and it's got nothing to do with the musical Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Nothing to do with the musical, but I know she'd find that probably quite funny. Look at me going, what's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Anyway, it was a good film back in the, I'm showing my age again, probably back in the, I think the film actually came out in the late 60s or very early 70s, but about the flying car called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Anyway, Chitty, good evening to you, or good afternoon to you. Good afternoon in Pennsylvania, I believe. I think it's about right, isn't it? Is it about right, Kris? Pennsylvania? Yep.
That's right.
Good. Okay. Chitty, let's do a little reading view here because we often have a little chat, and but I never get the opportunity to actually do a reading for you. So this would be interesting to do a reading here for you, and so we'll come up with. So let's have a little look. She says, love that movie. Well, yes, but we're all showing our age here. I mean, look at these little grey bits here. I mean, that's platinum. That's not grey. It's platinum. She says she's seen it about 20 times. Okay, all right. Now we really are getting serious here. Right. Yes, we're in the same state. So Kris, you're in the same state there. And yes, okay. So let's do a reading for you here. So Chitty. I'm just going to pull out the cards here and just see what they come out with for me. And then Kris, I'll go straight over to you to see what card you like to put out for Chitty here. So let's have a little look. Okay. Chitty's turn it is, says Sarah. Yes. Okay, let's have a look here. So now I'm going to go left, middle, right. I'm going to go for the left. I want to feel a sense of courage coming on, a sense of change coming in your life, a sense of purpose, real sense of change. And yes, oh my goodness me. I mean, we've got travel. We've got new energy. We've got making up new ties, new energies, new lifestyle, new altogether here, and a complete change of life. But all of a sudden here, you're going to start coming up. Here's the one thing, Kris, you'll probably agree with me here, that no matter what you do out there in life, as soon as you start changing it, people don't like it. A lot of people say, hey, Chitty, let's get life moving, let's get life changing. Then when you do, then all of a sudden people don't like it. So what I'm going to say to you here is, Chitty, is go your way because you're started as a progression here, and there's a change from one place to another, and then you're going to start building energy, and you're going to start building happiness around you, and it's going to bring in a lot of good things. And however, though, there is a feeling that, and it's life. We have to let some people go who are restricting us, holding us down. The fair weather people who don't wish us to do well, but they make out they do. But you're going to discover this over the not too distant future. So, if we were to look at here about transitioning from one place in our life, going to the next, and to do with a better heart, to do with a better love, and to do with a bit of connectivity, Kris, what would you like to go for card wise?
My gosh, that's exactly where I was going, which was the Fool card.
The Fool card. Okay. For those who don't know the tarot, the Fool card does not mean you're the fool. The Fool card means
That's
a
right.
new journey. New journey. And
Absolute new journey.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, yes, that's what I say. It's a new journey. Okay, Chitty, this is for you. So, a new journey, Kris. What would you like to sing for Chitty? I know she'll be very
Oh,
but this is every touch on a songs tonight for
oh, it's
Mouse, but beautiful.
it's highway westward. It's all about that feeling of freedom.
I thought you were
And
going
just
to
like that, it's a little knapsack over the shoulder and
yeah.
just throwing caution to the wind and just saying, you know what? Exactly as you said, just anything that's not in tune with where I'm going, I don't really care. I'm going.
Okay. I thought you were highway and some
There's a travel song all
travel
about
song.
feeling
Okay.
that feeling of open highways and freedom.
Okay. Highways and free. Thank you. Take
Tell you about a place called the highway westward, and the story getting lost in fate, and the feeling of endless miles before me, and freedom calling my name to the highway westward. The highway westward, got freedom on my mind. Had a friend named Cheap T, said it was destiny. Said it was destiny, gonna leave this town behind me. Said there was a God in the sky above the highway westward. I got freedom on my mind. Can't you hear it calling my name? Gotta love that feeling of leaving the past behind me, heading for that island in the sky at the end of the highway westward. The highway westward, got freedom on my mind. Can't you hear it calling my name?
I think she'd love that. I think she'd absolutely love that. I think that's amazing. Oh my goodness, Kris, this is awesome. Deanne's just joined us. She just says here, hi, I'm late to the party, but I brought a friend. But that's very nice. We've just done your song just earlier, but when this is finished, this will go up into YouTube, and it'll also go into Facebook Cafe Clairvoyance, so you'll be able to go into the logs there and find the show that would have finished, which is a few minutes yet, good few minutes. Anyway, great. So let's have a little look here. Kris, where's your next ambition? Where are you going next? What's your pathway, do you think?
You know what? I'm really starting to take to the live streams. In the past few weeks, if anybody wants to go to my page, I'll put some links up here after the show's over.
Yeah.
We're doing Sunday night live music still out of California, so I'm playing a California live music Sundays, and we have people tuning in now all over the world, and I think we got 1,000 views on the last week, so that's a big thing. Maybe we'll get out and do some things live. But if anybody wants to go to my website, krisbullock.com, KrisBullock.com, I set all my songs to free download.
Yeah.
Please go download. I spent this past COVID lockdown recording an EP. So there's 6 songs. I'm going to have a video coming out this week. It's another Six of Cups video. It's called Until the Sunrise.
Okay.
So that song is going to go up to Spotify, Apple, iTunes sometime this week, and then the video will be following.
Wow.
So I think you might actually have a little clip of that.
I've got the. Is this the video? Which is I've got the Yoda one. I'm just looking for the other one. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
The email with the beaches.
Ah, yes. Here we go. I'll play this. Are you going to play it, or do you want me to drop it in from?
Oh, drop it in from there. That's a different guitar. That's a whole different beast. We'll get into different guitars sometime down the road.
Sometime down the road. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A music man would know. The guitars. You need different guitars. It's a bit like having different.
The tool belt.
Tool belt. Yeah, of course. A bit like a carpenter. Needs different tools. So there you go. I'll just drop this in and let's have a little listen.
On the back, I can still see your lipstick, little red kiss, right next to your name. It was the middle of summer when we laid it on the line that time, when we were lying on beaches under the ocean waves laughing, had a heart so nice. We were lying on beaches until the sun When you watch the sunset, do you still think of me like I think of you? And like me, are you haunted by the
Kris, I just this is fantastic. I just wanted to get a little bit of that, and I'm sure what's come in there. Now, looking through the list here of people who wanted readings, I got a nudge on my shoulder, and I was going, "What? What do you want? Well, what's going on? What's going on here?" And it's the producer. She said here, "Can I have a song? Can I have a song?" So Deborah, the producer, she says here she would like a song, and I think that she does such a brilliant job to make all this work out here to keep it all together. And all the wonderful stuff is she just says that she'd love a song. She's gone for the colour orange, and she's all about looking where just the journey of life in front of her, just following her heart, following her intuition, and where she wants to go. So if there's a card there and a song you would like to link for Deborah, then I'm sure she would love it.
Star card, definitely.
Star card, definitely.
For Deborah,
why not?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, why not? And she'll be very touched with that.
It's called, song's called Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven. Fantastic.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, baby. Ooh, ooh. One kiss from your lips washed away the worst of my sins. One touch of your skin caused the hardest heart to forgive. Oh, babe, you're better than paradise. When you open up those gates, I can hear the angels sigh. 'Cause you take me seventh heaven. Never believed in miracles till you came my way. pray. Wanna live seventh heaven every day. Ooh, ooh, baby. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Wow. Wow. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. I know that would have brought tears to her eyes. She would just be thinking, "Oh my God, that was beautiful, beautiful." Thank you very, very much. Okay, right. We're going to shoot all the way up to. Okay, Brian Coon says Chris Bullock is the man. He is about to blow up. I can feel it. Yeah, I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go to the top there. So good for him. Emily says brilliant. And okay. Now, let's pop up to England. Let's pop up to sunny England and see what's going on here. And we have a very nice lady called Cheryl. And Cheryl would like to read. She's got the colour grey, and she's a lady who's changing her life. She's got different options. She's got different roads, if we look at it this way, and maybe just looking, do I react? Do I act? Do I go down a road, or just stay where I am just for a little while? Just looking at things and want to work out where to go next. So if we did a reading for Cheryl, what colour would you like to go? Sorry, card would you like to go there? She's got the colour grey.
I'm going to go with the sun card on that one.
Sun. Okay.
Yeah. Like don't dream small, because what's coming could be very big.
Okay, don't dream small because it could be very big. Cheryl, do you hear this? I think that's an important message to you.
Do you want me to kick something off here?
Yeah, kick something off. You want to do a bit of your your thing here? Do your on.
Actually, all the ones I played so far are original tunes that may be coming out soon. This one is by J.J. Gray and Mofro. It's just a beautiful tune.
Okay.
But it's about, the beauty sometimes is in the small things too.
Oh my goodness, Cheryl's going to love this. She'll love it.
All those simple thoughts, all those peaceful dreams, share the space with the hard work day. But it's the little things, and not expectation that make life worth living, Glory, glory, hallelujah. The sun is shining down. Glory, glory, hallelujah. We're alive in the world, Lord, in the world, Lord, it's fine. Yeah.
That was amazing. That was amazing. And I know that she would be absolutely touched beautifully by that song. And we got Deanne in New York wants to say here, love JJ Gray and Mofro. And also other people here from the States, just saying hello to you guys as well. Thank you for joining us on the show. This is Cafe Clairvoyance. We are live 3 times a week. If you go onto the Cafe Clairvoyance website or Facebook page, you'll find all the different times that we're on 3 times a week. Also get on tomorrow morning with my good friend Guillermo. And my good friend Guillermo is a professional astrologer, and we mix the show up with spirituality, astrology, numerology, readings here, and we mix it all up just to have a jolly good show. In fact, I think she just wanted to, just finding her here, just wanted to drop in and say hello. Just looking for her. There she is. She just wants to drop in. This is from Guillermo.
Hi, my name is Guillermo Ramirez Montesinos, and I'm the astrologer at Cafe Clairvoyance on the Wednesday morning show. And I enjoy watching all of the Cafe Clairvoyance shows and welcome you to see them.
So she's on me tomorrow morning, which is 11 o'clock in the morning in Spain time, 10 o'clock UK. And the guys who can't see it, but they still would like a reading. If you guys would still like a reading here, send your details in. We'll do the show live, but it also goes up onto the files up there on Facebook and up onto YouTube, so you can always replay it. And well, that was just awesome. That was just amazing. And a lot of people says that Debs deserved that there. That was fantastic. Thank you very, very much. I know she'll be very touched by that. And just looking for, just what we have for Brian now. Just looking for the other part here. And there we go. Deborah says, brilliant show. Thank you for joining us. Please join us on the Spiritual Astrology Show tomorrow morning. And if you want any information there, further information from Kris about his details there, I'm just whisking. Oh, there we are. That's his website. We're going to get a story there. But I think, Kris, this has been so moving. I must admit, I've never had a show quite like this. I've had some with the music content like this and be able to get such a heartfelt meaning to this. And it was interesting just watching you play, because when you start singing, start playing guitar, it's like you go off somewhere. You go off somewhere when you play. It's like a universe you go to, which is just seems like, wow, it's heavenly. And
it's the in between, you know.
It's the in between. It's the ether in between. We're in a musical ether. That's right. We're in the vibe between the two. So this is fantastic. Jennifer said,
I got one.
Hi.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I have one more shout out.
Yeah.
Today is my dad's 77th birthday, and
I just wanted to
wish my dad, Jonathan Bullock, a happy birthday.
Jonathan,
we're all going out tonight for dinner.
Very happy birthday to you, sir, and what a talented son you have. And yes, Sarah says, thank you, Kris and the Clairvoyance team. This has been it has been, I think, Chizzy, you couldn't put it on in a better way. It's been so intimate, so magical. It really felt so special, so close tonight that, Kris, if you don't mind, I think at some point this next few months we'll have to get you back, if that's okay.
Oh, well, I would. It would definitely be my honor. I really appreciate being here and joining in, and thank you for having me. I'd love to come back.
Oh, absolutely. Brilliant. And anything we can do to promote you, to get your stuff out there, just please let us know. We'd be only happy to. But ladies and gentlemen, everybody's joined us tonight. I would just like you in your hearts to give the biggest round of applause and celebration through your heart to our good friend Kris, come all the way from the States and in Pennsylvania. And thank you so much, Jordan, for making this such a magical show. We have so enjoyed it, and it's been brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There's everybody. Hey, big love.
Yeah.
Big love to you, and a burger. Love, burger. They're very similar. Oh, dude, you take care of yourself. Have a great remainder to your day. Guys out there, have a lovely
evening. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock for the Spiritual Astrology Show. So then, I'm Phil Griggs. This is Cafe Astrology and, Cafe Clairvoyance. And we do Cafe Astrology tomorrow. Looking forward to see you then.